My sister has been killing animals. Yesterday my 14-year-old sister left her phone unlocked. I went through it, and there were videos of her killing animals in our backyard. There were videos of her stabbing 2 squirrels to death. After she killed them, she stuck sticks through their bodies. Everyone thought our cat ran away, but there was a video of her holding it as dead body. There were even videos of her cutting up fish from our fish tank and torturing them. I did not tell anyone yet. What should I do? Edit: I'm going to tell my parents once I get the videos on my phone. Update: I'm freaking out right now. I looked through her room, and I got in her laptop because she had a journal with all of her passwords written down. She sends the videos to other people on her Discord. I have the videos saved in my phone now, and as soon as my mother gets home from work I will tell her. Pray for us. Another update: I told my mom everything that you guys told me to, and I showed her the videos. But she said next time to tell her first, and she got my sister. My sister treated most of it like a joke and was trying not to laugh. My mom said my sister needs help and made me leave the room. I do not know what they talked about. Also on her Discord there were more things. A video of her crushing a fish in her bare hands until it was split into pieces, and taking pictures of the eyeball that fell off. Video of her putting a knife directly into a large fish's eye and spinning it around. Picture of another dead squirrel's face up close with a little blood on its mouth. I wish I could show, but I do not want the post to be taken down. My mom is not telling me what she is going to do. I do not think she will do enough to actually help my sister. All of her devices were taken. She made a big deal about it and tried to break my mom's door. I'm a homicide investigator. Your sister needs help before someone like me has to get involved. That kind of violence is unusual in females, but not unheard of. You have to tell your parents. Make them understand that, unless they intervene quickly and properly, your sister is going to hurt someone. Maybe even kill them. There is something called the homicidal triad. The 3 symptoms are starting fires, torturing animals, and bedwetting into adolescence. I don't know about the fires, because I have not read all your replies yet, but I would be surprised if she had not. For your own safety, do not let your sister know that you know, or that you told your parents. If you need help, my inbox is open. I hope this gets seen. I'm gonna comment the same thing on a few different threads here. It might be valuable to get her a brain scan. A lot of times brain tumors can cause violent behavior in people. It is something that is extremely often overlooked, but in a few cases has saved people years and years of mental torture and potentially even saved lives. She could just be mentally ill for whatever reason, but there is a chance the behavior is caused by a brain tumor. Edit: I made this comment based on a TED talk I saw a while ago. Here, link. At the end he talks about a 9-year-old boy who was behaving violently and drawing pictures of shooting up a school, etc. The kid had a brain cyst, not a tumor. Sorry guys, from memory I thought he is talking about a tumor, but it was a cyst. It was still found by getting a brain scan though. So I still say there is value in getting a brain scan, even if it is just to help diagnose and treat mental illness. If that is all it is, I'm sure a tumor could still have similar symptoms if in the right place, etc. OP, listen to me carefully. This is a very delicate situation. Killing animals for pleasure at a young age is a very common symptom of psychopathy, unofficial form of antisocial personality disorder. Does she also have anger issues? Lack of empathy, selfishness, disregard for authority, fascination with guns or knives, frequent bedwetting, etc. Not everyone who has ASPD turn into killers or gain pleasure from violence. Some are just master manipulators and compulsive liars. But your sister is already displaying tendencies for violence, so try to be as safe as possible. Keep her away from knives, blades, guns, forks, etc. and lock your room at night. ASPD cannot be cured, but it can be managed. The best and the only thing you can do to help your sister is to take her to a psychiatrist who specializes in ASPD. If you don't take her to a therapist, things will get very ugly. Tell your parents all this as discreetly as possible, because if your sister finds out you are doing all this behind her back, she will flip the duck out and you won't be as safe anymore. Edit: also remember that this isn't your sister's fault. There's a high possibility that the cause of her psychopathy is genetic. Scolding her or locking her up will not change her brain chemistry and DNA, so act wisely. You do not have to shower her with love or cuddle her either. You just have to act normal and get her a therapist as soon as possible. She has all of them. All she talks about is guns. She walks around the school and acts like she is shooting people. Her anger issues are really bad, and she only cares about herself. She never learns anything after getting in trouble and just does it again. She peed on herself in bed only a couple times this month though. I will probably tell my parents later today. Just make sure your parents 100% understand the issue. If they don't agree, then just keep pursuing them relentlessly. Tell her about the guns obsession. Show the videos of her killing the animals. Show them videos and articles about psychopathy, and no matter what, do not stop until they put her in legit therapy. Try to do all this as discreetly as possible, because if your sister gets to know, it will piss her off. Your safety is important too. Good luck to you, OP. I will be praying. You need to tell your parents and your sister needs therapy and or counseling. As others have said, this is a sign of psychopathy, sociopathy. Before you tell your parents, you need to have proof of what she is doing, like copies of those videos. The reason for this is that psychopaths are expert liars and experts at manipulating people. If you tell your parents without proof, it is your word against hers, and she will probably just talk her way out of it. In fact, she will probably turn the tables on you and insist you are the villain for violating her privacy and looking through her phone. If that happens, she deletes the videos. She knows she has been found out, and she makes even more efforts to hide what she is doing. Also, psychopaths are notoriously vindictive, and she may duck up your life for years to come. Things like framing you for a crime 3 years from now, spreading rumor about you to your friends and contacts on social media, catfishing you on social media, getting you fired from your job, if you have one. There are no limits. Psychopaths are not restrained by morals or inhibitions like normal people, because that is something they just do not have. I'm not saying your sister is a psychopath. There could be other things going on, but this is absolutely one of the signs. I just want to impress upon you how dangerous psychopaths are, and the more involved they are in your life, the more harm they can do to you. A psychopath who is a family member who lives with you is the worst case scenario. I would suggest you watch at least a couple of videos about psychopaths that explain what the symptoms are and how to deal with them. Search on YouTube how to deal with psychopaths. Do not let your sister see you watching these videos. Do not mention it to her. Do not mention anything about the videos or this situation to your sister. And do not mention it to your parents until you have proof. Be very careful. This is a dangerous situation. Good luck with this. I hope you are able to get your sister some help and keep other animals from being hurt. Please be aware that if your sister is a psychopath, that it is usually not something that can be cured. It is just how that person is, and they will be that way for life. It can be managed though. Good luck. Tell your parents and have someone step in to have her mentally evaluated now. The first sign of a serial killer is killing animals, and yeah, it can start young. It happens more in guys, but that does not mean it does not happen in girls too. She clearly has no empathy if she can kill animals and play with their bodies and videotape herself doing it. She is most likely keeping those videos as trophies and looking back on them. This is not something you can just turn your back on and leave, because it will get worse. It can and does lead to killing people. Most serial killers start out with this. Please do not just ignore this. This is literally how every sociopathic murderer case starts. Killing small animals with no purpose and keeping recordings of your sadistic methods is a definite sign that someone is taking actual pleasure from harming living creatures. These animals are small and helpless against her. It feels good for her to kill them for that very reason. It gives a sense of power. This is serious. You need to tell, not just your family, but report this to the authorities. She needs serious mental help before this can spread, but more importantly, you need to do your best to keep her from knowing. Do not leave your phone or computer unlocked, and try to keep yourself as anonymous as possible when reporting her. Team up with your family and keep an extremely close watch on her. Because if she realizes that you are ratting her out, yes, ratters and the things she is likely killed more than once, then you may end up her first human victim. Please be careful OP. But do not let your feelings for your family blind you to the clear signs of what is going on. Do not let attachment excuse the actions of someone who is very seriously ill and can become a danger to society as a whole. If this sounds like I'm taking this to the absolute extreme, I am. Because I'm looking at worst case scenario when it comes to young people killing small animals in deliberately sadistic and violent ways. I think it is fair to jump to such conclusions. Edit. I'd like to add that I'm no stranger to violence against animals and people. I'm actively interested in sport and professional hunting, and I've had to use a pellet gun to shoot plenty of rodents and other pests. The difference is that I've never sought out and harmed these animals for pleasure, nor did I intentionally cause more pain than needed. A single, high-powered metal bull is mercy compared to my cats. So I speak with certainty when I say that her method of killing isn't hunting. It's sadistic torture. There's no way around that reality. You could talk to any family member, not just your parents but aunts, uncles, grandparents. You could tell a teacher, a teacher, a principal at school, or guidance counselor. You could tell a doctor or nurse that you are not safe at home because of this and her trying to stab you. You could call the police non-emergent line to report what you have found on her phone. You can call the police if she is ever coming at you again in a violent way. Call 911 in that case because it is an active emergency. Tell any adult, every adult, if you have to. Keep reaching out until someone does something about it. You could call Child Protective Services in your area. They have numbers for this. Tell them what you found and about her trying to stab you. They will hopefully have a social worker involved to help your parents. They want family to stay together, and sometimes that means getting parents extra support. Hi OP. You may be a target to her, whether she or you realizes it or not. She may figure out it was you and try to hurt you or kill you. Please be careful and be prepared to defend yourself if she ever tries to. I hope she won't, but know how to get out of the house quickly. Practice having to flee when she's not around with your phone. Every time I've been in a violent, scary situation, I always forget my phone or my car keys. So if you practice having it secure in your pocket always, instead of putting it down, you won't leave it behind when you need to call for help. If you don't have a way to lock yourself into your room, I suggest you ask your parents to help make a padlockable way to secure yourself. Unfortunately, doors can be broken through with relative ease if the person is truly determined, so it will only buy you a few moments. I'm more concerned about your safety with my comment because every other comment has detailed what you need to do so well. Obtain proof. Send yourself the videos and then delete the texts you sent yourself. Do this secretively when she's asleep, in the shower, outside without her phone or something. Take it to the restroom with you or a place close by where she won't walk in on you using her phone. Show your parents and explain yourself that psychopaths and sociopaths do the things she is doing, and without intervention it can and will lead to her murdering someone. With treatment it can be managed. She needs intensive treatment. If for whatever reason they don't take you seriously, or they don't follow through with making her go to therapy, or she stops going to therapy, you contact CPS or whatever form of child protective services your homeland has informed them that you are at risk of being harmed, and you find a family member or friend to stay with. Okay, best of luck. Killing animals like that is a huge sign of a serious mental problem. She needs help ASAP before she starts down that road of broadening her kills to humans. I did go straight to the police, where she had hopefully be forced into a mental health program, because the risk of your parents not doing anything about it for idiotic reasons like it is just a phase. Reporting it would ruin her life. We can fix her ourselves will probably cause her to go deeper into that dark place, and she will see you as a major threat for telling on her, and you'll be the next target. Tell your parents or some adult you trust, and it is correct, that you are going to need proof that she cannot delete, because she will deny, and at that point the cat's out of the bag that you know, and she will just make it harder to find the proof. If you can get her phone when it is unlocked, swallow hard and drop a dime on her. Standard rules of privacy do not apply here. This is a capital P problem. Sorry you had to be the one to uncover it, but she needs help, and the sooner she gets it, the better. This is a heavy burden to carry. Get some adults into the mix to take it off your shoulders. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.